Hey everybody, this is my thoughts on the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. This is the first 3 games in the series re-released yet again, actually. And this particular version is, of course, the PC version. And I was actually looking forward to this. I got it in the Humble WB bundle, and so I was pretty excited. I hadn't really set out to get the Arcade Collection. I just had looked at it and go, oh, well, this is a great way for me to actually be able to record proper footage in widescreen formatting and everything like that. And instantly you can see the problem with that, because whenever I try to record this thing, it runs in slow-mo. I don't know why. It just does. So it's a weird situation. When you're actually just playing the games and not recording them, they run fine. In fact, they run really, really well. And it's only when you go to record them that they just suddenly start going in slow-mo. So I may end up not using these for the actual footage for the reviews that I will be doing down the line, but we'll see. That's really the main thing I was looking forward to with this, but there are other things to look forward to as well. So, for one, I had to concern myself with the controls, because I wasn't really sure if the keyboard was going to work fine. It does actually work fine. It's not the ideal solution, obviously. You will want a gamepad or a fight stick if you're going to try to play this thing with any sort of competitive nature, or just for the feel. It really does work best on a gamepad or a fight stick. So just keep that in mind if you're going to pick this up. Another thing to keep in mind with the online play, it's done from Games for Windows Live, which is a really big problem, because not only does Games for Windows Live suck, but it's going to be shut down in July. So I don't think they're going to patch this thing so it will work without Games for Windows Live. And it also requires it for you just to be able to play it at all. Now, I believe you can create an offline profile to be able to actually play the single player, but multiplayer is done through Games for Windows Live. So it'll pretty much just kill off the multiplayer entirely. It's not like there was much to kill off there, because almost nobody plays this thing online. And whenever I tried to get into an online game, it just would not work. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it just wouldn't work. The reports I've seen from people who have been able to play online say that it's extremely laggy online, so I wouldn't really recommend it. And it doesn't really surprise me, to be honest with you. Because even playing, say, Mortal Kombat on the DS and playing over Wi-Fi with that, even then that was really laggy. So it's just, these games are not really meant for online multiplayer. They're really best played on the same system, and you can't really do that with PC. Now, I don't know if you can do it on the consoles or not. It is available on, I know it's available on Xbox 360. I think it's also available on PS3. But I don't know if the 2-player will work on the same console with that. You guys would have to check that out on your own if you have those particular versions. But I can say that the PC version doesn't really have that. I suppose you could try it, but it just would be an awkward situation. Fighting games on PC with the 2-player system, usually fairly awkward, unless one of you has a gamepad and the other one's using a keyboard, or you have 2 gamepads or something like that. So, it's a weird situation, and that's not to mention the weird audio glitches that happen in the first 2 games with this. The audio just cuts out. Different sound effects will just interrupt other ones, and it's just weird. It plays fine, but the audio itself just ends up messing up on you. And there's other issues here and there as well, like when you go to check your moves list, which luckily the Arcade Collection does have a moves list available. When you go to check your moves list, when you go to the menu, you can only check your moves while you're fighting, which is really dangerous, obviously. And even better, when you go back to the fight after checking your moves, you find that you don't have control over your character for about a second. So it's just really, really weird situation. I don't know why that's in there. It's probably just a programming error somewhere, but it gets really annoying. So, all in all, I really can't recommend the Arcade Collection, particularly not on PC, because, again, Games Windows Live is going to be shut down in July. So, unless they really get a big patch out there to fix this thing, which they're not going to, yeah, avoid the Arcade Collection. Pick up one of the other versions of Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. I mean, one of the best versions I've seen for MK3 is actually on DS, believe it or not. Ultimate Mortal Kombat on DS. Works really, really well. I was really pleasantly surprised with it, but with the others, all three of those games have had so many releases that you can pick them up on other systems that work way better. So, I really can't recommend the Arcade Collection at all. Thanks for watching.